As DRX with the flash forward, and Life will be taken out. That's first blood over to Teddy. Terribly.
There's no one here.
Yeah, as there is the paranoia. Bouncing to the other side of the wall is Rich, and unfortunately, that was not the call. Gets behind them, when becomes lightning, into the back line he goes. Equalizer comes through as well, as it's just melting them down. Life will be actually still alive here as Sponge takes down the Rift Herald, but in the meantime, still looking for an angle here, but doesn't have the culling anymore. And Life likely to get locked down. There it is. As soon as that Winter's Bite hits, the Lucian's so good at proccing it, but he's pretty well protected. Shockwave connects onto Teddy and to Sponge. The Pulverize is there as well, and Teddy is just melted down. Nowhere good to go, and DNF, they spring to life. They will be able to lose life, unfortunately, there, as Rich is going to have to try and get himself out of the way. The flash will be utilized in order to do so, but now the Otacon should go over to DNF. Still there for DNF as Dudu throws down the ulti, but unfortunately he is surrounded. In comes Life, finds the Winter's Bite there as well, and Dudu is going to go down. This could spell.
That is how they have to play this.
Oh, Teddy on a bit of a flank angle here, which is kind of awkward. Shockwave connects onto two. The Equalizer goes down as well just to finish off Andal, and it is going to work too. And now Dudu has made his way into the fight. Equalizer still up and available. DRX need to be so careful because this Rumble is so scary. Still Teddy trying to go aggressive as Dudu is going to go down. The Equalizer still doing some work, but this is the DRX show now. Teddy's just dead because he walked up the red carpet, but thankfully Rich is still there with the damage. Grabs the double, and DRX. Shockwave is going to be found. It could be a huge deal. You can see DRX trying their very best just to spread out as Pyoshik will have control of this area. The Glacial Fissure goes down, but it doesn't quite work out here. It is going to be that Infernal Soul locked up for DRX though, and DNF just not actually pulling the trigger on anything. Equalizer still up, Shockwave still up. And so at DRX, of course. Shockwave finally going to be used. There's the Equalizer. The curtains have been called as Andal will be sacrificed for the good of the team as Rich is going to explode as well into that pool of cinders.
This is a massive win for DRX, but I gotta give credit where it's
exhausted, has to flash to get himself out of the way. There's the flash Pulverize from Life, but he doesn't manage to push Teddy back. Oh, it's a disaster in the end. They do get the combo onto Teddy, but that More of Malmortius means that it does basically nothing. And now the culling is a deadly back scratcher for Dudu, who's the last man standing. And as it felt like DNF had the initiative in these fights, they lose all of it and probably the game.
Yeah, I think this game is just simply donezo. Voidlings here gonna help them start hitting this turret. The wave is just a few seconds away, and with these death timers, this certainly should be the end here of game one. A heroic attempt from DNF here, but DRX got Teddy ahead. His positioning was phenomenal. Dudu now just one man against the world.
A little bit of desperation there as the buffed up Rumble on this patch, not quite enough to deal with the Fountain Laser in the end. As Life turns up, man, he's going to be kicking himself, right? I feel like Life has had so many better performances than from earlier on in the year, but that last play must feel terrible. Can't get any of these minions.
Yeah, Bulldog is engaged.
Yeah, over they go. Teddy going to flash out of the way of the Seismic Shove, and Bulldog doesn't have a brush to run to. That's first blood going over to Andal.
Proc here on the top side, so that will certainly help as Andal's looking for the engage.
Yeah, and Sponge is already here. Bulldog absolutely nowhere to go. No flash, no chance. And Sponge very happy to tank up that turret. Dudu in between the turrets. These points as the Magna Storm does come on through. Sponge going down so low. Andal as well doesn't have the Eclipse anymore. It's Teddy limping out of this fight as Yahoo getting chased down here by Berserker and Life, but hits all the Qs. So Berserker
kind of like Kaisen to Ezreal-esque there is.
Oh dear. Just mown down by the stars. Unstoppable Onslaught is going to be there as he moves into position.
Life flashes back up.
Yeah, Void Seeker is going to connect with the Rune Prison. Does hold Berserker in place. Still Andal going to be going down alongside Sponge, and DNF just close in on DRX and shut him down.
His Life's looking for the
Magna Storm will be connecting here onto Sponge, trying to get himself out of this one, but I don't think it's going to work, and it doesn't. Life is going to be able to burn him down as Rich hasn't even used the ulti yet. There is no way that Dudu's getting out of this one as the ult picks him up, and down goes the Scion. Rich finally getting some revenge from this horrific early game. But Life is going to turn up as well. Sponge a little bit late on this play. The teleport to come in and bring Rich towards the fight. The Seismic Shove is fantastic. Sponge trying to keep himself alive, but it's not going to work as Rich is just desperately trying to get back to his teammates as Teddy and Andal just a little late. brings Yehu over to the rest of their team, or Yehu if I want to pronounce it correctly. Berserker gets into that backline as Andal also trying to get some work done. They lose the Rise though, and the Leona's down as well. Teddy just trying to be a hero, but he's melee range with this. Sion is rich! Oh my god, the savior once again here for DRX as Dudu might be able to kill him, but he has so many dashes, and it is just stood this up, but they will anyway. The Grand Starfall does absolutely nothing, as now in goes Andal. There is the public execution to take down the Talia, and Teddy is free hitting. Life going down so low, but Teddy doesn't get hit by any of the abilities, and Rich is a monster. The Rune Prison is fantastic onto Berserker as well, and down he will go. There is the ace for DRX.
But this
is going to have to be a heroic fight here as Solar Flare not doing too much really as Andal goes in. Pioshik finds the back line. Teddy? Oh god, the autos from Teddy are massive. He flashes to get out of the way. The public execution connects onto Berserker. Rich, where have you been all year, you absolute god? As Dudu goes down and DRX onto Dudu once again. The Grand Starfall to bring in Sponge, but he's straight into the bouncy castle as Pioshik will get eaten by a dragon. And unfortunately, even when you kind of try to just throw your life away, you've got a Guardian Angel, you've got an Elder Drake, and they've still got 20 seconds of that one as, oh my, even the ricochets are just doing so much work here.
The wave is getting thin, but there's just enough here, I think, for DRX to end the Weaver's Wall attempt here, but there's too many minions.
Oh, public execution is supercharged out of the way of there as DRX still continue, and I think despite everything, DNF are not going to be able to make it work. Despite Hextech's soul, it's not going to be enough to save it as DRX keep themselves alive here in the Rise group.
Rich and Teddy with a monster performance.